AI skills can make agents dramatically more capable. They can also turn convenience into a supply chain risk. A skill may contain instructions, scripts, dependencies, and install steps. Installing it extends what your agent is allowed to trust. That trust can reach files, credentials, commands, and external services. A polished description does not prove the package is safe. One hidden instruction can redirect an otherwise legitimate workflow. Today we will build a defensive review process. The goal is useful skills without invisible authority. An AI skill is more than a reusable prompt. It can teach an agent when and how to act. It may reference scripts, templates, binaries, or provider credentials. Some skills include dependency installers or setup commands. Others connect tools that can change real systems. The skill becomes part of the agent's operating context. That makes its instructions a persistent trust decision. Think of it as code plus policy plus access. Review all three before enabling the skill. Supply chain risk enters before the agent runs. You trust the publisher, registry, repository, and delivery path. You also trust every included file and dependency. A compromised account can publish a dangerous update. A copied repository can preserve hidden malicious behavior. A misleading namespace can impersonate a trusted publisher. A clean package can later change after automatic updates. Your agent inherits risk from every upstream component. That is why provenance matters as much as features. A malicious skill does not need obvious malware. Its instructions can quietly redefine the agent's priorities. A helper script can read beyond the intended workspace. An installer can download code from an unreviewed location. A dependency can introduce its own vulnerable behavior. An endpoint can receive data the task never required. Obfuscated commands can hide what setup actually performs. Even documentation can pressure the agent toward unsafe actions. Review behavior, not just file names and descriptions. Permission mismatch is one of the strongest warning signs. A summarization skill should not need unrestricted shell access. A formatting skill should not require cloud administrator credentials. A local helper should not contact unrelated external domains. Secret injection can expose credentials during an agent turn. Write access can turn one mistake into persistent damage. Global installation can expose the skill to multiple agents. High authority creates a larger blast radius. Permissions must stay proportional to the declared purpose. Trust signals help, but each signal has limits. A publisher identity should match the expected organization or maintainer. Source links should resolve to the claimed repository. Versions should have clear release notes and stable ownership. Downloads and stars can be manipulated or misunderstood. Name similarity can hide typo squatting and impersonation. A familiar logo does not establish technical provenance. Prefer owner qualified references over ambiguous package names. Verify the exact owner, source version, and artifact. Updates deserve the same scrutiny as first installation. A safe version can establish trust and adoption. A later release can request new permissions or dependencies. Automatic updates can bypass the original review decision. A repository reference can move when a branch changes. Immutable tags can point to different content over time. Record the approved version and artifact digest. Review changelogs and authority changes before updating. Verify whenever the trust envelope changes. Security scans are useful evidence, not a guarantee. An audit can reveal suspicious files, permissions, or commands. Malware telemetry can identify known harmful artifacts. Static analysis can expose hidden capability and obfuscation. But scanners can miss new or context-dependent behavior. A passing result does not prove low operational risk. High authority skills deserve manual review even after passing. Pending or failed audits should block sensitive installation. Combine scanning provenance, permissions, and human judgment. A defense one is a clear provenance gate. Start with the exact publisher and owner, qualified skill name. Confirm the linked source repository and release history. Record the version commit artifact digest and approval date. Check whether ownership recently changed. Compare the release artifact with the reviewed source. Reject unexplained differences or missing provenance. Prefer signed, verified, and reproducible delivery paths. No provenance means no privileged installation. Defense 2 is reading the entire skill package. Open the primary instructions before enabling anything. Inspect reference scripts, assets, templates, and configuration files. Read every installer and dependency declaration. Search for network calls, secret access, and shell execution. Look for encoded content or downloaded second stage code. Compare requested permissions with the stated outcome. Test unclear behavior using sanitized data only. If you cannot explain it, do not enable it. Defense 3 is limiting blast radius before testing. Run untrusted skills inside an isolated sandbox. Start with no network access unless explicitly required. Mount only the minimum workspace paths. Keep sensitive credential directories outside the sandbox. Use tasks, compte accounts with narrow permissions. Disable elevated execution and unnecessary tools. Test with disposable data and reversible actions. A sandbox reduces damage when review misses something. Defense 4 is enforcing policy before installation. Use an allowlist for approved publishers and sources. Require a trusted local install policy to decide. Make the policy inspect stage files before approval. Fail closed when metadata or decisions are invalid. Block uploaded archives unless the workflow truly needs them. Separate global skills from agent-specific skills. Require human approval for new credentials or authority. Policy turns recommendations into repeatable controls. Defense 5 is maintaining an inventory after installation. Track each skill's owner, version, permissions, and consuming agents. Record dependencies, credentials, network destinations, and install source. Monitor updates and publisher ownership changes. Recheck security audits when a new release appears. Log skill invocation and high-impact tool use. Remove unused skills and revoke their credentials. Investigate unexpected files, commands, or outbound requests. Supply chain security continues after installation. Treat every third-party skill as untrusted until reviewed. Verify provenance before trusting the package. Inspect instructions, scripts, dependencies, and requested authority. Sandbox the first run with sanitized data. Pin approved versions and recheck every update. Keep permissions narrow and credentials task scope. Log usage so unexpected behavior becomes visible. If you are finding this content useful, please subscribe, like, and comment. Useful skills should increase capability, not silently expand trust.